Not far from the places you may have been are other places. Places off the well-known, oft-trod paths. Places that hold secrets and wonder. There may be one around the corner from you now. And in these mysterious coves of our world, you will find Cord Ravenswood. You know him as a traveling troubadour, an explorer and chronicler of the uncertain and seldom seen. But how did Cord Ravenswood come to be your peculiar in the field?
Well, as a boy, Cord was shy and did not speak until he was almost 3 years old. We worried about him, Ash and I. In fact, his father was at times rather confused by Cord's silence. "The boy has so much to say, so much life in him, you can see it in his eyes," he'd bellow after taking little Cord out for a jaunt in his ebony perambulator. But I could tell Cord was just very curious. He was keenly watchful.
I was teaching the children about the lost colony of Roanoke, Virginia, and the quiet, weird kid raises his hand, and I called on him, and he speaks for 33 minutes. I timed him, talked about plague and food scarcity, the indigenous population at the time, the weather conditions on record, and something called a Sasquatch rumpus.
Cord became interested in folklore and folk music. Soon he formed his first band, Snallygaster.
Oh, Snallygaster was great. We had a following and we even toured a little bit. I remember one time we picked up this last-minute gig for the military at an air base far away. I remember that the stage lights were high above us and they seemed to be spinning. Oh, pretty country. I hope to return to Roswell someday.
As the young man grew, so too did his appetite for the unknown.
Cord just really needed to spread his pedipalps.
In time, I realized I wasn't going as far as I needed to go.
We were all surprised when Ciara went to Wittenberg University to study history on scholarship, but looking back, it all made sense.
At Wittenberg, I roomed with a Danish kid. He was really nice, but he had to leave suddenly when his father was killed back home. It was around this time that I went abroad to study in Russia at the Rasputin Institute. That was very illuminating. Did you know? It was quite a thing.
The first time I saw Cord Ravenswood? Well, I had stopped in for a cocktail at a local speakeasy here in Cleveland, and a man was espousing a drunken tirade about whether or not the protein expressors that code our DNA could experience a form of biological cognitive dissonance. And then he sang a song about neutrinos. I knew I had to get him for the show. He originally turned me down, though.
Oh, Brandy was great and all, but I just didn't really feel a connection. Oh, but then I met another one of her contributors, Finger Guns. She had a really fresh perspective, and she was the one that convinced me.
To this day, I honestly don't know if he understands.
Finger Guns is great.
What has a life of wandering investigations taught this hirsute hero of hiking, history, and horror? Hear tell.
You know, an eclectic named Halo Wines once said to me, "Cord, you're already going far. You just need to go farther." She was right. How peculiar.